Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com, and this is your
for the toss of a coin
ball game photo news fix. This fix is brought to you by Allen's Camera and Video, which is my go-to mom and pop camera store and has been since 1977 when I was still planted firmly in my dad's. If you're looking for new or used gear, or simply to be able to walk into a camera store and get help from 6 out of 8 employees who fold their arms in pictures, then this is the store for you. Head on over to allenscamera.com or visit them in Levittown, PA, and don't forget to let them know that the Fro sent you. That's right, the Fro sent you. I did, me. First up is the end near for Richo and Pentax.
At least we're not a Pentax.
Wait, people still use those two brands? Well, anyway, the answer to that question is probably not. A few days ago, the Richo president said, "We feel that the conventional way of doing business, which is based on mass production and mass sales, is becoming unfriendly to the recent changes in the market environment." Basically, what that sounds like to me is they can't compete on a mass scale, so they kind of want to go the route of more direct customers while most likely cutting out
the middleman.
Well, after this announcement, a lot of people were saying it's all over for Pentax, or were confused what this meant outside of Japan, where the statement was made. And as much as I bust Pentax balls, I don't think they're going anywhere. Richo Imaging USA did send out an update to DP Review that said, while over time, the North American sales approach may indeed shift more sales toward the new direct channel, that remains to be seen. For now, the direct channel is an addition and only in Japan. How many Pentax and Richo shooters do you actually know? This guy doesn't count. Honestly, I think this is a smart move and follows in the footsteps of Leica, who already sells more through direct channels. If you want to survive, you need to adapt and not just follow what everyone else is doing. Now, if that means making less cameras but better cameras, then good on them. Good luck to you. I bet you didn't expect that from me, now did you?
No.
Next up, Canon has confirmed they're in the process of shutting down their Zhuhai.
Hey, you want to suck on this?
And yes, Zhuhai is pronounced
Zhuhai,
because Google told me. I checked. Now, before you jump to conclusion, Matt,
you have to use your mind.
this is not exactly a big deal once you realize what they produced in that factory. The
Zhuhai
factory was in charge of production for many of Canon's compact cameras, which we all know very few actually buy today. Canon Inc. in a statement said, "It is true that we are planning to cease manufacturing at Canon
Zhuhai
with the guidance of the
Zhuhai
city government and high-tech zone authorities. Discussions are currently underway with Canon
Zhuhai
employees, suppliers, and other affiliated parties." Wow, high-tech zone authorities does sound pretty important, though in reality, it's basically this guy. Look, don't come after me, all right? Don't come after me, China. According to Canon Asia's website, this factory opened in 1990, which is like 50 years ago already.
Taking your math on that.
And they produced digital cameras, video cameras, and lenses, though it didn't say which models they produced. Now, I personally reached out to Roberta L. with Canon PR for comment, and somehow I dialed 10 years ago when compact cameras were already dead. And I got her mom, who let me know that it was nap time, and then yelled at me because it was nap time. It went a little bit like this.
Hello?
Hi, I'm looking for Roberta L.
I know damn well you ain't calling, but how you get my number? I've seen the size of your hand, so trust me,
Whoa. Anyway, in the grand scheme of things, this is not a big deal. Before I get to the next story, did you know that I have a podcast?
No.
Yeah, I have a podcast. You can check it out on Spotify or iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts, and guess what? Maybe Raw Talk may make a comeback. Let me know down below if you want to see Raw Talk come back. And finally, Leica has announced the M11 rangefinder and forgot to let me know. Thus why we're covering it now in this week's fix. Now, they did hold a press event in New York City, but I guess our invite got lost in the mail, and I wonder why. Now, this isn't a review of Leica. I still don't understand why anybody would purchase this camera. Nonetheless, the new Leica M11 has a 60 megapixel BSI sensor, which features something new that Leica is calling triple resolution.
Enhance.
Which really means you can shoot RAW or JPEG in 60, 36, or 18 megapixels using the full sensor, which I'm not entirely sure why you would want to dumb down your resolution anyway. Speaking of resolution, there's a higher resolution 2.3 million dot touchscreen. Unlike prior M cameras, there's no longer a base plate that you need to be able to take off to get to the battery or SD card. Now, for as much of a pain in the ass that old base plate was, I think some traditionalists might miss it.
We fear change.
To go along with the UHS-2 SD card slot, you now have 64 gigs of memory built right in. Now keep in mind, this is special Leica memory, which definitely added $2,000 more to the price of the camera. Now I kid. I don't honestly know how much it actually adds, but it probably added a lot. According to Leica, they've carefully optimized the design of the M11 to focus on efficiency and ergonomics. I mean, look at this camera. If this doesn't scream easy to hold, I don't know what actually does.
I did a little detective work. What about these?
So how much does this camera cost? As always, if you need to ask, you're not a doctor or a lawyer. So please plug your ears for the rest of this fix.
Do I wanna know?
The body will set you back $8,995 and lenses range from $3,000 to $9,000 each for the good ones. But hey, it's a Leica. What did you expect?
Leica.
There you have it. That's your photo news fix this time around. To check out the last fix, go ahead and click on the screen right here. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And that's where I'm going to leave it. Jared, Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya.